Hello everyone. I was inspired to make this video after I received a message from one of my friends, Iris. And I hope, Iris, you don't mind me using your letter. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't. Okay, so basically I thought this person, well, I'd just been communicating with this person about veganism, and she'd recently decided to go vegan and was trying to get her family to jump on the bandwagon and being reasonably successful, so it's been fantastic to get updates on the situation. But anyway, I put up a video where I showed pictures of my altar, and she was talking to me about how she sets one up on the kitchen table and has to pack it away and stuff because she has kids and all the rest of it. And I was like, wow, so you're pagan too? That's awesome. You're also a pagan vegan. And so she responded, and this is her letter. Yes, I am also a pagan. Well, I don't know if I could really name myself as one. I haven't had any initiation ritual, if there has to be any, and I don't belong to any coven or organization. Well, I just want to just step in just quickly and interrupt this letter and say that's not necessary. The thing is that me and many other people here in Mexico, most of the population I could say, are Catholics on the cover because that's what we're supposed to be. It's not mandatory anymore, but it's still a social rule in most places, and everybody believes and practices paganism and or old shamanism. Some people even do Santeria, voodoo or others, but paganism and indigenous shamanism are the most common. Catholicism was the rule here because Latin America was colonized by the Spaniards, and Spain was under the orders of the Roman Catholic Empire, so the colonies had to be evangelized as well. Unlike the US and Canada, where most of the natives were killed, here the American native people could live, but in a new reality, where now they had to obey the rules of the new masters, and eventually they mixed and became a new culture. One of those new rules was to be converted to Catholicism, and the indigenous people had forbidden to worship their former gods, or else they would face torture and death, because those were also the times of the Inquisition. So the people started to hide their gods' figures and images inside crosses or crucifixes, or Catholic saints' figures, so it would appear that they were worshipping the church, but they were really still worshipping their own gods. Have you heard of a very famous Mexican virgin, the Virgin of Guadalupe? She is Mexico's most important religious figure, and she is supposed to be a Catholic virgin, a personification of Virgin Mary, as Catholicism says. But the truth is that she is the adaptation of the most important indigenous goddess. Now, forgive me for butchering this name, I'm sure I will. Tonantzin, the mother of all. So they figured out the way to adore, love, and pray to their most dear goddess, but now as a Catholic figure, so it wouldn't be forbidden. Currently, in most cities, people are free to do whatever religious activities or none at all, and it's okay. Some places still are very socially subjected to Catholicism, and it's seen as bad if you don't attend church every Sunday and stuff like that. But even there, most of them go to church on Sunday, and then on Monday or any other day, they go to the shamanic or pagan wizard or witch for advice and for rituals or for whatever thing they need help with. Also, many of the best private schools are run by Catholic organizations. So if you go to those schools, you must be a Catholic, at least on paper. But they don't really care if you practice it or not. I wanted to share this with you because I've seen that you've been interested in these kinds of subjects. I hope you found this interesting and not boring. Well, of course I didn't find it boring. And I hope you don't mind me using this. But I'm sure you'll find that the point of my video is pertinent to your situation of your ancestors. Essentially, my point in reading this out is to say that enforced conversion or conversion through fear doesn't work. It didn't work then, it doesn't work now. It might work in the short term, but people find ways around it. The same things happened in Australia with the Indigenous Aboriginal people, where they were put in missions. They were forced to go to church, to deny their gods, their mythology, they were even banned from speaking their own languages. And it's only by the skin of their teeth that they have managed to preserve their traditions, their culture, their mythology, their religion, and their languages. So that's a recent example where we can see that, and there are lots of elders within the Indigenous Australian community who are trying their very best to pass on, the verbal law of their culture to the next generation, so that it won't die out with them. And also, if you look at the neo-pagan paths within the community of Westerners, you see that paganism was never truly crushed. You can even see, like, in the Southern Hemisphere, recently we had Lammas, which is the festival of the harvest. And I pointed this out to my partner. I said, Lammas is harvest festival. Because I remember when he was young, he was telling me stories of when he was young, and when his village in England, in northern England, celebrated harvest festival. And so that tradition has lasted throughout the indoctrination of the people of that region in Christianity. They still hold to it. They still, I think they have a bonfire. They also do other things like, they have like community events, fates and the like, and they also take the time to collect cans of food and other non-perishable food items together to give to the underprivileged within their community. So even though on the surface a lot of them might say, oh no, I'm Christian, they're still celebrating the ancient pagan festivals. They have maypoles, they celebrate Easter, or Ostara, as pagans call it by its more original name, and Halloween. So you can't crush that out of people. It remains for anyone who is waiting to find it. And I truly believe that by preaching, by attempting to convert through fear alone, fear of hell, damnation, Christians are only really doing damage to their own religion, and actually probably forcing more people away from it. So anyone who's watching this who's perhaps Christian, I hope you take example from this. You can attract people to your faith through its beauty and the love that it contains, but please cease and desist with trying to use the old methods of forced conversion through fear. It doesn't work. It's terribly destructive to cultures, to people, and it is a form of violence. So I hope you all got something out of this, and blessed be. See ya.